Hey folks, we're out at Lake Monticello again on the crappies, and the first one of the day is on. It ain't that big, but it's a crappie. Lake Monticello, and we got him on a dark jig this morning because it's kind of overcast. Put a little green Bobby Garland on, and I'll show it to you. Y'all can see the first crappie today. He's a nice one. Well, we're using a green Bobby Garland with a 16th ounce head this morning. I got a little bit bigger head, a little bit bigger hook. I was missing a few fish yesterday. We got the Bobby Garland with long tail and a little paddle tail on the back. And then we got the crystal lamb short one. And so far, the first bite was on the long tail, little green color. Because I guess the darker. We got mayflies hatching. See the mayflies right there hatching? That's what they out here eating too. Mayflies starting to hatch. That one there just come out of that husk and flew away. What are you doing? Right here. A lot of times when they start hatching, they're hard to catch because they get full. Unless you catch it right the right time. That one just flew out of that husk. And the husk is floating. So they're just now starting to hatch maybe. See if we can get another. Number one, we caught a limit out here yesterday. Had a good day. I mean, for crappies, they're slow. Took a while. We had a couple good crappies. I had one over 2 pounds. This is beautiful, beautiful crappie. So we can get another. Using the double rig again. I like the double rig. It covers more area. And let it go to the bottom and reel it up a little bit. That's what we're doing. And working it right close to the bottom. They're eating shad and mayfly larvae is what they're eating out there. See if we can get another. I believe there's a little school of them right there if I can get them to bite. There! Oh, he bumped it. That little school of crappies out there. What it is. Little school of crappies. Drop it back down. He bumped it. We're using a Shimano 7'6" rod this morning. We got 8-pound fluorocarbon at the top line and 6-pound 6-pound Suffolk in between the jigs is what I got. We dropping it down there close to the bottom and twitching it around and hope one bites it real slow. Got to go slow, they won't bite it. That's fact. Real slow. Working it up, dropping it back down. What we doing? Ain't but a couple. There's one. There's one. Tell you, when you least expect it, want to hit it. There's one. There's one. Come in here, boy. Hand-sized crappie. Got him on the crystal lamb. Rub some juice on this thing. I think we need some juice on both of them. What we need. That one hit the water right there. Some sort. I don't know what that was. Hey, that's a pretty nice crappie. Ain't nothing wrong with that one. Pretty one. Drop it to the bottom and see if we can get another. And maybe they'll start moving in here in a minute. Let's hope. We were just kind of pulling that real slow around in circles. He hit it. He hit it. That other rod I got that I was using yesterday has got braid lines. You can feel every fish that brushes it. This rod, the tap is real faint when he bumps it. Just real faint, but you feel it, but it's real faint. Because it, that was another, doggone it. That was another bite and I missed him. Hit the top jig, pulled it down. I missed it. All right, let's throw it back out. I think we might mess around here and catch some. If we focus and take our time, we can catch some in here. I believe. And that's what 90% of fishing is believing. But you got to have some luck to start believing. Believe all you want to. If you ain't had no luck, it ain't gonna last long. I might have scattered out there on the bottom, just sitting there. But I think when you really catch them, when a school of them comes through, when you really catch them, we in 16 foot of water right here, and that's where they've been wanting to be, right in that shallow. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these jigs right off the bottom, and we got two about 18 inches apart, so it covers a little bit more ground. That's why I like to use 2 jigs this time of year, especially when you ain't fishing around brush. If you fish around brush, you got more of a chance to get hung up. But right in here, it ain't that much brush. Not to say we won't get hung up on something, but it ain't as likely. What little bit of brush is down there, ain't hardly nothing left. Been years since it was put in. Most of the fish bite when I'm holding it still. What they do. Long time ago, you had to yo-yo it to catch them. I mean, really hop it. It don't seem like that's the case anymore. Slow going. If you don't have patience, it's kind of like worm fishing for bear. You got to have patience. And you got to know how to maneuver a boat and get it on these fish. You got to know how to read a fish finder. That's the few things you got to do. Read a fish finder, know how to read a fish finder. It's like anything else. If you don't know what you're looking at, you don't have a clue. All kind of stuff can show up on here that don't mean nothing. You just got to know what to look for. You got to know how to determine between the different stuff, and that takes experience. I'm afraid they're gonna be really slow this morning. I might ought to went perch fishing first. Well, I did stop at the perch place over there and caught 3 at a time. Boom, 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 and never got another bite. Didn't stay there long though. Hey folks, we got a few down there. Let's see if we can catch them. A few crappies right there. We can catch them. Right there's a school of crappies right on that drop that ain't biting. We got to stir them up and get them biting. They there. $16 foot. They ain't want to bite this morning. I can tell you that much. They're not biting this morning. It's not taking it. From one day to the next, you never know. They're liable to turn on any minute. We catch 1 or 2. Right there they are again. Big school of them. They ain't but about 8 foot deep. I might be under them. Big school of crappies right there. I mean a big scale. Big school, big crappies too. I knew darn well they're big crappies. Big crappies. That's a nice one there. That's a good crappie. That's a whopper. We ain't even got the net out. That's a whopper. I mean, that's a whopper. Big one, big one, big one, big one. Super dog, big one. Huh? Big one. Look at him. Look at that, what a crappie. Oh my. That's the kind we're looking for right there. That's the kind we're looking for right there, folks. A slaboose. Hey, a slaboose on that crystal lamb that I found one more of in my tackle box. Y'all see it? Look at that pretty crappie. Hey, look at that. You see it? It's that jig in his mouth. Right there, 16-ounce head. Hey, went a little bit bigger with the head, but got a little bit bigger hook. That's the reason I done that. Hey, that's a beauty. Oh, Lord, I fell right out my hand. Y'all seen that? I mean, a slaboose. The kind you read about in Crappie magazine right there. What? Look at the size of that one. Great day. It's worth the wait when you get one that size. Oh, he stuck it too. I was fishing under the fish. That's what I was doing. And I pulled it up and he nailed it. Folks, I dropped that jig. I dropped that jig down there. As soon as it hit the bottom, one nailed it. I just turned the camera off. And it's a crappie, but he's on the bottom jig. He ain't on that other jig. Look how big that crappie is. You see the size crappies, some of them out here? I mean, they big ones. That is a jumbo magnum, and he stuck that doggone Bobby Garland. Look at that. He stuck it. What? That's a beauty. Huh? That's another 2-pounder. That's two 2-pounders right here this morning already. Hey, it's some big ones out here today. Big ones. Boy, he stuck it too. I let that thing go to the bottom, he stuck it. My goodness, he stuck it. They want that doggone white looking jig. What they want. That's what they want. Let's drop it back down so we can catch another. Boy, he stuck it. That joker took it like he was mad at it. He nailed it. I see some trash right there, right on the bottom, and it could be fish in it. They ain't coming up, but they could be laying down there on that bottom next to that trash. Let's see if we can catch another. And that's 2 I caught the same area. Right there, it looks like a few fish. We can get them to bite it. Hey, that was a good one. Them big fish right there. Them big crappies. Big crappies. I believe it's some more down there. 25. Maybe they're deeper. Maybe they're off the edge here. Drop it on down. We on the bottom right there, so we got to come up a little bit. Somebody over there shooting. What are they shooting at? Alright. We get nothing about it. But I like to make them bite that jig like that right there. That's what I like to make them do. I like to make them bite that jig. When you make them bite that jig, you feel like you accomplished something. And that, my friend, is a jumbo magnum. That, my friend, is a super ooper dog right there. If that's a crappie, might be a catfish. Yep, it's catfish. Doggone catfish. I thought if that was a crappie, that was a big one. But it's a, unfortunately, it's a blue cat. That's what he is. And unfortunately, he's got this hook in him too. I may have to get the dikes to get it out. Or needle nose. But y'all see it. Caught him on that bigger slider, bigger Bobby Garland stick. See him right there? That's what I'm talking about. Nice one. We'll make the 2 catfish fillets out of him. Folks, I want y'all to see these 2 crappies again. They look so pretty laying in here. We got to hold them back up. Friend, if I catch 20 like that, I'd have some slabs, wouldn't I? Oh my, them some pretty fish right there. 20 like that would be something. Look at the size of them fish. Great day. And these crappies over here ain't thin like Lake Murray. Lake Murray, they're like paper thin. These suckers over here got some thickness to them. These here are real crappies over here. And they pull too when they hit. See if we can catch nothing. You got some out there. Apparently we got some catfish out there too. See if we can get a nothing. Lake Monticello, loving life. I was moving it real slow, that's why the catfish grabbed it. I used to catch a lot of catfish right here casting. with a gulp shrimp. Throw that thing up there in about 6-8 foot of water and hop it back. You can catch them. Probably catch them on any jig. Now, they would hit that gulp shrimp. That little scent in it, they'd hit it. Well, I bet you could put some catfish formula on that thing. I don't know if it'd hold in it or not, but you could probably tear them up casting. I just hadn't done that this year. One thing I don't understand about this lake is years ago when it started getting hot like this, mussels would be floating everywhere. You could go around, pick up them mussels and pop them open and put 2 of them on a hook and throw it out there, and you can catch catfish like crazy. But here in the last couple years, I have seen 0 mussels floating, and I don't understand why. I'd like somebody to tell me why they quit floating. You know they're still in here, and they used to die out, but now they ain't dying out like they used to. I don't understand it. All right, let's move back up here so we can catch another crappie. Yep, there he is. There he is. There he is. That boat gonna come right on under to see us. Oh Lord, there he is. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. He hit that doggone top jig. Let's put a little juice on it. Put a little juice on it. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Drop it to the bottom, see if we can catch nothing. Good morning, folks. Hey, the Old Fisherman back with you again on Lake Monticello. Hey, this morning we're going to do something a little different. We're going to fish today without probably pulling any slider 3-inch jigs. We're going to just mess around and see if we can catch a few crappies if I can find a place to fish. I see his boat sitting with about everywhere I want to go. And we're trying to find some fish at another place here. I'm using the Bobby Garland today. Even on the perch, found out yesterday that if they're not really aggressive, you can take the Bobby Garland and drop it down there, and you can catch some perch with the Bobby Garland if you work it real slow, not fast. And that'll make these fish that don't want to bite. But now they might be some smaller ones because it's a smaller jig. But we're using the Crystal Ghost and the Helium Crystal. I think's the name of it. I don't remember all these names, but one of them's I think it's called the Gray Ghost. And that's the one I've been catching my crappies on, the Gray Ghost. And I ain't got but a couple of them left. I can't find them. I need to call Bobby Garland and see if they'll send me some, since I've given them free advertisement. We had a bite right there. There's a few fish down here. There's a few fish down there. See if we can make them go. Get them riled up, see if we can catch a couple. Only problem is I got 6-pound tests in between my line, my jigs. If I hook a bass on this, it's gonna break off, especially 2 bass. I can catch 1, but if I happen to hook 2 bass, and I might, it's probably gonna break off. But anyhow, they starting right off biting this Bobby Garland. I done found out yesterday, if they don't want to bite, they will take the Bobby Garland. That light line better. But the only problem is you're setting yourself up for a breakage. Right there's 2 jumbo magnums right off the bat. 2 Bobby Garlands, 2 jumbo magnum. Hey, and you got to love it. We ain't got but 2 jigs on because I got 6-pound test line. And we're using 16th heads today, just like we used up. It's my crappie rig is what it is. And they painted black with a white eye. But right now we have 31 foot of water, and we got, and when you're fishing like this, now you can put it on spot lock because all you're doing is reeling it real slow, working real slow on the bottom, and they seem to be wanting to take that little jig on the bottom. That's what it seems to be, that they want. See that, they're bumping it. All you do is you go to ease it up and you feeling bump, just like crappie fishing. I've noticed these perch that don't want to bite will bite this doggone Bobby Garland, just like the crappies will. And I think the reason for it, this is my opinion, that the Mayfly larvae are starting to hatch. Had one hatch right in front of me yesterday. And when the husk come up, there goes one right there. When the husk come up, the Mayfly, when it gets to the top, the Mayfly flies out of the larva. So he hatches in another stage of life. Hey, and you can see it, 2 at a time. You got to adapt, people. I'm show people stuff and they come over here and can't catch them because why? They can't adapt. You might get lucky, but if you know, from day to day, they change. And these fish are going, now they're hitting mayfly larvae that's floating up to be hatched. And as they float up to be hatched, they plucking them off. And that's what they biting on. Of course, now the crappies and stuff has still got shad in them. I showed you yesterday on that crappie cleaning video that they're full of shad, and that's another reason they don't want to bite. I'm thinking they're probably biting in the night hours right before daylight when they're pumping this water back in. That's when they're biting. That's what I'm thinking. But if you can get these jigs down there around 30 foot or so and activate these fish, and it's like a mayfly larva swimming up, they'll take it. And you might catch some crappies too. I caught a big old crappie in here yesterday doing this. I mean a big one. And see how soft I'm using it? I'm reeling it, really just pulling it. Really soft. When I get one on, we're gonna get two. And I think one just broke off, I ain't sure. This line, I might need to try 8 between it. No, it didn't break. That's a jumbo magnum right there. Huh, it didn't break, but it will break. You get 2 big fish on there with a 6-pound test, it will break. Hey, and we're using Suffolk on that 6-pound test. You can't find red label in 6. 8's as small as you can find. And I probably need to go to 8. And I'm sure they'll probably bite it just as good, and it'll give me a little bit more strength. But still ain't gonna be strong enough to hold 2 big bass. You need 12, especially 2 or 3 bass. You need 12. And if you're fishing for stripers like this, you need more than 12 sometimes. But the bigger you get, the less likely they are to bite it. I'm telling you, y'all can see that they eating it up this morning with these Bobby Garland jigs, and I'm sure they'd hit that little 1.5-inch slider just as good. But you know, and we might try some of that in a minute. And you know, I love Slider Company. They my favorite jig. But now this Bobby Garland, when it comes to crappies, vertical fishing for crappies, I think it's a even better jig for crappies. That's what I think. Doggone it, get out of there. Tearing up my little ghost jig already this morning. That's the only bad thing about it. I ain't got many of them things. Them perch will tear it up. Let's drop it down. Oh, Lord. Loving life. Folks, I stay up after midnight every night doing these videos. Y'all don't realize how much work it is. I don't know why I keep doing it. I guess I got a passion for trying to show people how to fish. And I feel like I know what I'm doing when it comes to my method of fishing. Maybe not somebody else's method, but for my methods of fishing, I think I'm pretty well got this lake down pat because, hey, I can't tell you how many years of experience I got over here. People come over here and they can't catch them, it's because they don't know how to adapt. You can see what I'm doing one day, but the problem is, if you bring that way over here, the next day, they might change. So it's all about adapting. And you see I'm catching some pretty good perch on the doggone Bobby Garland little tiny jig. And I'll tell you, that Berkeley Alive little minnow they got works good too. I got some of them stuck down yonder somewhere. I'm sure they'd bite it too. But them things are so soft they aggravate the fish with. The key is making it look like a little tiny fry. Now you know the fries are hatched out now, they out here. But they're making it look like a fry or a mayfly larva, just kind of easing up. And when you do that, one will thump it. And the thump is very similar to the crappie thump. So it's like catching fast crappies, these perch. And now they kind of, after you catch a couple right in these areas, they kind of fade away. Let's see if we can tap the boat lightly and see if we can bring them back in. I haven't been tapping the boat as much as I used to. I know it makes noise in that camera. I'm trying not to aggravate people. A lot of folks out there get picky about stuff. I do my best. I know I ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to learn. I'm able to edit these videos a little bit better than I used to, I think, if y'all like them. And that's a nice fish right there. That's a bass, I think. I don't know. It might be a big perch. Whatever it is nice. And I got it on small line. So before it's over with, one's going to break. You can count on them. You can just count on it. That's a bass. It got to be. I got my drag set really loose, or he'd be done popped that 6-pound. Oh my. That's got to be a bass. Ever so often, I'll eat a bass, so don't get aggravated when I keep a bass, boys. Y'all need to lighten up. My goodness, that's got to be one or two bass. It can't be two. They'd be one of them be broke off. I got to take my time with him now. You can't horse these fish in. I ain't got the net ready. I just remembered I ain't got the net out. My goodness, I got to get the net out. That's got to be a bass, a good one too. Ain't one. That joker's pulling there, ain't it? Hey, Dave's stretching out line. You just got to take your time with light line, folks. You can't horse them in. You got to let the rod do the work. Look at that, what a bass. Look at that, what a bass, folks. Uh-oh. Doggone jig in my net. Okay, watch this. Nice, that's a good eating bass right there. A bass fillet is mighty fine. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Come here, boy. Come here. Doggone, guess what, folks? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. It's a smallmouth. We definitely gonna release him. A smallmouth. Y'all, look at that. I hate to release him right here, but it's a beautiful smallmouth. That's why he's fighting so. Caught him on a doggone Bobby Garland. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? Folks, you don't catch many of them. There's a prize fish right there. He probably weighs close to 3 pounds. He is a beauty, and I don't normally drop fish off, but I'm gonna drop him. I guess I want to drop him on the other side of the boat, but it ain't gonna make no difference. I'm gonna let y'all just watch this and swim off. I don't do it like old Richard does it all the time, but I'm gonna kiss this one like Jimmy Houston. I'm gonna kiss him. Hey, that's a pretty fish, and we're gonna throw him back. Look yonder, gone. Hey, it was worth the fight. Now, if I'd have got 2 of them on, you can guarantee one thing, they'd have broke off. And I'm gonna show you right quick while I'm getting this. He done told my doggone jigger. They love that gray ghost, people. They love that gray ghost. But I'm gonna show you again what I'm fishing with, because they done tore it up, and I'm telling you, I got no more of them colors, and don't know where to find them right now. I went to the armory. They don't even carry Bobby Garlands. Can you believe that? Listen, here's what I got, folks. I'm gonna show you up close. I got a little, people ask me all the time what size swivel. I use the smallest swivel I can possibly find. It ain't the fancy swivels, it's just a regular old swivel, number 12. And my first line goes down probably 2 foot to my first jig. And y'all see my little crappie head right there and my jig. And then we go down probably 3 foot, another 1.5 feet under that one. And we got a little lead, number 7, and we got another jig. Both of them Bobby Garlands. Hey, drop it to the bottom where the big boys lie. And see if we catch another one. Love catching a smallmouth. I don't catch many of them. Normally your smallmouth's a little bit shallower, but it's getting hot, so he done pushed down. We got another fish. What? Another doggone bass, I believe. That might be another smallmouth. I don't know, but he's a good one. He's a good one. Lord have mercy, this this line is too little for this bass. What? It's too little for this bass, folks. I know that sun's blinding you. I'm gonna try to get around, turn it around away from the sun. He's coming up. He's probably gonna spit this out. I can't hold him down when if he comes up. That's pulling like a smallmouth. We might be done got on another smallmouth, huh? We might be got on smallmouth's brother, or sister, or mama. I don't know. What? What? I love to say what. I know y'all aggravated with that, but I love to say what. I know I got a lot of people out there saying my crazy stuff. Drop it to the bottom where the big boys lie. You got to love it. What? I got a lot of one-liners I like. And I come up with all these one-liners myself. Hey, this is a nice fish. This is a nice fish. Oh, get down here, largemouth though. When you're doing it on rod, just a little, well, it's limber. Same rod I catch most of them on. It's a Shimano 7'6" rod right there. And hey, them jokers know they light. They look like they hitting that doggone, I don't know what color you call that, helium something. It looks like glass with a little blue in it. Y'all see it? Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not throwing this one back right yet. He's about 2 pounds. We're gonna throw him right in that water. I got that thing full of water. I go up the lake, it all, I hit a wave, it knocks it all over me, but I got a little lid I can put on it. Keep the sun out of it. We got us a new jig on, a little darker color. Let's see if they'll hit that. I don't know. You got to experiment to find out. Oh, something done hit it already. I'm seeing a few fish come back in here now. They stirring around here. I caught one heck of a crappie in here yesterday. I was hoping to get on some more of them. But that was probably an accident because I don't think there's no structure down there, but you don't know. If you can find a little hump where it mounds up on a mound, they bumping it, but they ain't taking it. For some reason or other, they quit taking it. I don't know why. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. They want it slow though, I can tell you that. I think it's because of them mayfly larvae that float up. That's what I think. They all hitting that helium glass colored jig. I got a few of them, I think, if I can find them. I got so many doggone. Thanks to Slider Jigs. They sent me every kind of slider jig they make, I think. And I really ought to have a slider jig on here. That ain't fair to them. But I want to do something different. I mean, we fish with sliders all the time, and you see they're one of the best doggone jigs around. Come out this morning, my first spot I always fish, my buddy Wally was sitting there. So I had to bypass Wally. He seen me over there, and he fishes too. But this is a friend I met through YouTube. He fishes a lot through the week like me. And but we moved on down to the next hole, and we catching a few. And right there we got a nuttin'. Right there we got a nuttin'. Oh my, that's a nice one too. Hey, that's a good one. We got two. What? We got two. What? Oh Lord, look at that. Ha! 2 at a time. Lake Monticello, loving life again. Hey, we caught one on that jig. These are not huge perch, but they ain't bad perch. They fillet us. They fillet us, and you got to love fillet. And I'll show you that jig I just put on. It's a Bobby Garland with that little flat, paddle tail. It's kind of a green and cream. I want to try that color. I hadn't tried it. And I'm digging the stuff out of my old boxes that I had and putting them in here and laying them on the floor. I got jigs all over the floor in here. And I look down amongst that bunch and I see something that looks appealing. That's the one I pick up. So I'll go through my jigs and I'll put 1 or 2 out on the floor of every color that I think they ought to bite. And I'll look at them down there. And we'll put them on and see if they'll bite them. Hey, that's the way I do. Hey, biting this, but I ain't catching. Ain't running up and get it. Got to drop it on down. Loving life with the Old Fisherman. Up, doggone, they popping it. Now let me tell you, it's just a slower fishing. They want it slow. I think because of the mayfly larvae. Now I still say that. But you know, old little tiny fry minnow, a small one, he can't swim fast. He can't swim fast. So I think that's why they're slowing down. But on the other hand, you know, I'm thinking out loud. I talk when I think is what I do. On the other hand, you know, when I clean these fish, all of them, perch and crappie, they're all full of doggone shad. So, you know they're feeding, and they're good sized shad. They ain't little. So you know they're feeding on a bigger shad also, but it's some mayfly larvae in them bellies too. Old Carson now, I get on Carson, but let me tell you, I love him like a son. That joker shows up at my house every day. I was doing that doggone crappie cleaning video, and I'm there, and you hear the tires come up, whoop, and they drove up right behind me, right in the middle of my video. I said something about it. I had to cut it and make a 2 section and blend them together. You never know when he's gonna show up. But he knows, he done eat with me several times. I'll be cooking steaks or something. He'd come over and hamburgers. He loves to eat with the Old Fisherman. He's a good boy. I was doing some work. Look at here. 2 at a time. Again on Lake Monticello. Doggone it. Them things right there will cut you with the gill plates, buddy. You go to grab a perch and you can't get a good hold on him, watch out. Like a striper, do the same thing. They'll tear your hand up. I can tell y'all right now from experience, don't mess with those striper. If he's wiggling, them gill plates will cut you wide open. They done tore that jig up right there. I got to put another jig on. I'm wanting to keep changing around. I find something maybe that they like even better. Right, folks, we got a pearl lamb. I dropped it out and we got one on already. I was trying to turn on the camera and I hold it right on the other hand and he popped it on the way down. And I mean a good one. Look at that. But we got him on that helium glass color. Hey, anyhow, we trying different things. Got a pearl lamb on the top. Bobby Garland. All right, see if we catch nothing. There he is. There he is. See if we can hold it down there and get a nothing to bite it. See if a nothing will come up bite it. There goes, well, not sure. Might not be but one. Might not be but one. There goes a, well, a lot of times them bigger fish will hit it up high after you got one on. We just got two. Hey, we got two. That's what they do. They'll hit it up high. Hey, we getting a mess of fish. Look, there you are. There you are. It's what it takes, experimenting and looking, taking time to look. Not continue going back to the same places you always fish, but take a period of the day and just go look for something different. Hey, Lake Monticello, 2 at a time, the Old Fisherman. Hey folks, we moved out in the big part of the lake on a little ridge out here. And I think I got a couple perch out here. I think we got a couple perch down there. Let's see if we can catch them. Bobby Garland still. We still using that Bobby Garland, something slow. They don't want to chase. And pull my jig down. Hadn't been over here in years fish for perch. There he is. There he is. Hey, maybe we got something going in here. Maybe we got something going in here with old Bobby Garland. Hey, that's a nice one. Yo, just pulling. 2. Look at that. 2 jumbos. You got to love that. 2 jumbos. Are just nice ones. They ain't super dogs, but they nice ones. Hey, eatable. Hey, we're gonna drop it to the bottom so we can catch more. See if we catch more of these. 20 foot of water right here. I've caught them in here before. I can tell you that. I've caught them in here before. I wore them out in here before. There he is. Hey, we might be gonna wear them out here today. Huh? We might be gonna wear them out here today. What? That's 2 more nice ones. Look at him. Look at here. Come on in here, jumbos. Look at that, 2 at a time every time on Bobby Garland. Oh, gone rascals. Ah, careful. Careful. Ain't a lot of people fish for perch over here that I know of. Sometimes in the summer, you can catch them on this area, in this area. And apparently this that sometime. Got another on. 2 more, but they're little. That's the problem. They ain't big perch. And baby perch over in here in this area. Baby perch. They really ain't wanting to bite. I think they're full. But hey, we catch a couple of these baby perch. And this one here's all messed up. He look at his sores all over. We don't want that one. I'm gonna let him go. Ought to took him out of his misery. A lot of sores on him. See if we can drop down and catch nothing. "22 foot. They looking at it. They just don't want it. They're laying on the bottom now and now. They just don't want it. There you are. There you are. See if we get another. Uh-oh. I thought he got off. They just don't want it. They little. Well, they medium size. I guess they big eatable. Fry hole size. Ow! Doggone rascal. Them jokers will get you. They will get you. All right, folks. Hey, I'm out the picture. Got to get us back in the picture here. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can catch some. We moved across the lake back kind of where we started and caught them earlier. See if they come back in here. Hey, already got one. Hey, you got to keep moving around to find these fish. Hey, we already got one. I think it's a bass. I think it's a bass already. We got a bass. soon as I turned the camera on, we got a bass. Big one too. Oh Lord, he's liable to break off because I'm telling you, I got 6 pounds in here. 6 pounds is what I got. It might be a catfish. Kind of pulling like catfish. I'll be honest with you. Kind of pulling like a catfish. I believe that's cat. That's cat, I think. Big bass or cat, one of the two. Sometimes a big bass feels like that. You got to get net, whatever it is. That's for sure. Big bass or catfish. He's pulling, wearing out catfish. I need doggone well big bass or catfish. Look at that. Look at that white cat. Oh.